Hey everybody, George Souris from Empire Legal, coming to you from our Gold Coast office here at Bundall today. Yes, I know my head's a little bit shiny, but try to focus on what I'm saying and not my head. Alright, let's get into it. This week we're talking about the new Form 6 updates that are coming on the 1st of May 2024. So if you're watching this video at its release date, you have less than 3 weeks before this new law comes in. Let's unpack what you need to know. The REIQ released a webinar on the 25th of March 2024 about property occupations appointment forms. There are 2 new appointment form 6s which must be used from the 1st of May 2024. Now this is all governed by the Property Occupation Act. There's also a new Form 6A which is for commercial sales and commercial management, but for the purposes of this video we are focusing on the Form 6 only and not the Form 6A. Okay, so transitionary period. What form do I use? A fully executed Form 6 prior to the 1st of May 2024 is okay. These agreements will be valid and will be enforceable until the expiry or termination of that appointment. So if everything's all signed up by all parties before the 1st of May, you're all good, no action required. For a partially executed, now that's not okay. It will need to be fully signed on the old Form 6 prior to the 1st of May 2024. Otherwise, it'll have to be redone with a new Form 6. So if it's partially signed, throw that one in the bin, start a brand new one on the 1st of May with all parties signed. Now, any Form 6 that expires and needs to be renewed must be prepared with the reappointment on a new Form 6. As outlined by REIQ, if you use the wrong form, there is a risk that your appointment will not be valid. Now, this is important, guys. Without a valid appointment, then arguably the client will not be required to pay a commission for your services. Now, let's quickly look at these changes. All right, so page 1 of the new Form 6, this is parts 1 and 2, which is the client details and the licensee details section. There's no major updates. It now includes language to include buyer's agents, and there's a new heading, residential sales and purchases, leasing and property management. Remember to check client ID, that it matches the title search exactly, and that the person is authorised to deal with the property. So for example, power of attorney, company director, make sure you're getting the trust deed, doing an ASIC search, and getting a copy of a power of attorney, etc. Identifying the client and making sure they have a right to sign the documentation on the Form 6. Next section, page 2, you've got parts 3 and 4, which is the property details and appointment details. No major changes. The property details, the type of appointment, the agent must verify the client details and property ownership. This includes service term, price and instructions. All right, now onto page 3, guys. This is parts 5 and 6, which is the termination and property sales. There's again no major changes. You'll see termination of appointment, 90 days for real estate sales only, and you can select whether the appointment is exclusive, open or sole. Moving on, page 4 or part 7, commission. There's a minor change here. The wording is including GST has been bolded. So Property Occupations Act, commission needs to be expressed in a GST inclusive manner. But again, residential agents, you already know this. This is the norm. This is what already happens. You need to stipulate commission payable and when it is payable. Next section, page 5 or part 8, which is authorization to incur fees, charges and expenses. Section 2 is expanded for property managers. This is the value for emergency repairs is stated to be 4 weeks rent in accordance with Section 219A of the Residential Tenancies and Rooming Accommodation Act. Page 6 or part 9, we're talking signature and reappointment. No changes. Remember, the first 6 pages of the Form 6 are prescribed and must be used. This is, of course, governed by the Office of Fair Trading, so you must use those first 6 pages. In Realworks, there are additional schedules and terms and conditions. A reminder to reference any schedules and annexures you're attaching, i.e. marketing schedules, etc. They must be listed. All right, moving along, REIQ schedules and essential terms and conditions. REIQ has also updated the 7 REIQ schedules to match the new Form 6 updates. I'm not going to list the 7 of them out, but they do exist. This is going to be available to REIQ members through the resources section. Completed examples of each version of the REIQ schedules will be available on the REIQ portal from the 1st of May 2024. And again, on the 1st of May 2024, when all these changes are live, Realworks users will be prompted to update all property occupation Form 6s that are in draft and or template stages. Okay, so how do we update these forms? Well, good news. The information in the old forms will automatically populate in the new forms. This is through Realworks. Just a note, we're not experts in Realworks. In fact, we've never actually used it, but you should have a Realworks expert/guru in your real estate office, so I'd have a chat with them. At the time of shooting of this content, the go live for these updates are less than 3 weeks away. It's important that real estate offices have a plan in place to make sure they're ready for the changes. Okay, there's also a new provision for agents relying on property information provided by the client. Listen up guys, this part is important. The client gives a warranty about the information provided in the relevant annexures and indemnifies the agent against a breach of warranty. So this is in preparation for the upcoming seller's disclosure regime, which you would have seen getting a bit of media time last year. It's due to come in hopefully later this year, but we're not sure of a date. As always, once I know more, I will update everybody. So this is a major advantage to use REIQ schedules and terms and conditions. It's important that you have this contractual protection. In preparation for the seller's disclosure regime rollout, REIQ suggests best practice is to use both annexures in item I for every appointment. Again, I can't stress enough, this ensures you have the information you need in writing about the property and the preparation for the contract. This will help set habits for what will be required once this information is mandated under the seller's disclosure regime. I do suggest everybody log in, all REIQ members, and watch the webinar. It's excellent. It explains everything here in detail. This is where I got the information to create this content. All right, to wrap up guys, there is an REIQ best practices toolkit for property occupation Form 6s, including residential sales schedules. This is being rolled out and coming on the 1st of May 2024. There are other notes and commentary in the REIQ webinar specifically disclosing how the new Form 6 will affect buyers agents, auctions, property managers, and of course that Form 6A which deals with commercial transactions. If you want to know more about these topics, jump on and watch the webinar. Thank you everybody for listening. A bit content heavy, but this stuff is critical. Keep in mind, less than 3 weeks till this goes live, so please do something about it so you're not stuck on the 1st of May with these half filled out Form 6s that may be invalid and could cost you your commission. Please like and subscribe if this has added any value. Share it with anybody in real estate that may want to listen. See you all next week. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind that all advice is general in nature and does not constitute legal advice. This is authorised by George Souris, Empire Legal, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia.